On this week's episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast, the nerds talk about Superman Legacy, the movie, and the new casting updates, who's in the movie, and what role are they playing. Also, the nerds tell you the 5 fun facts about themselves that leads to alligator dreams. And of course, reviews. Each of us have our own. And blind baseball. That's right, baseball for the blind. What is that about? All that and more on this episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast. Now start the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Laura, Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. No Johnny, at least at the moment. Maybe he'll join us. We don't know. We're guessing he's sleeping because he works hard. And does he work hard, though? Do we just assume he just walks up and down the aisles of the prison and just kind of uses the baton and bangs
against
on
the bars? Yeah.
It's just like...
Yells lights out at 7:30.
You filthy animals.
Or if he's anything like the Epstein guards, he's just sleeping on the job.
No, because he'd be on the show right now. He'd be fresh.
Yeah, he'd be rested. Yeah, he'd be rested up.
He'd be rested up.
True.
He's
Okay,
like, there's
fair.
never been a suicide on my watch because I don't sleep till I get home during the podcast. So yeah, that's Johnny. So Johnny's not here. That's all right. We are gonna have a little freestyle Friday, which means that everyone will have their own review of something they have watched recently. It could be even something you watched a long time ago. Maybe you want to talk about an old movie. Maybe you want to do a little rewind review there. Who knows? You might have something up your sleeve. So we have that. We also have our fun facts. Each of us will give you our fun facts about ourselves. And if they're even fun at all, who knows? And Carlos has a couple of things on his mind. But first, we start off with nerd news. This is nerd news. This is all about James Gunn and the DC universe and his Superman Legacy movie, which he keeps on casting and adding a plethora of characters to. I think he's already up to a total of 5 different characters outside of Superman. I mean, superhero characters. So this movie seems like it's jam-packed. So Carlos will give us an update on the DC Universe news. Carlos, take it away.
Well, this week we got 4 new characters added to the movie. We got Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern Guy Gardner, and Metamorpho, the Element Man. And playing Hawk Girl will be Isabella Merced. She's Dora the Explorer from the movie Dora, the City of Gold. Playing Mr. Terrific is Edie Gathegi. I think I'm pronouncing that correct. Best known for the Twilight films. And Nathan Fillion would be playing Green Lantern Guy Gardner. And Anthony Carrigan will play Metamorpho, the Element Man. And he's from Barry. He played NoHo Hank. So that's who these people
he's the bald
are.
fella.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion was on the series Firefly, and he was also in Guardians 3 and Suicide Squad with James Gunn.
Anything James Gunn makes, basically.
Pretty much. Yeah, he was in that movie Slithers. I guess that's a James Gunn film as well.
Yes, that is a James Gunn movie, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a James Gunn movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slither's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And I'm going to guess that this version of Hawk Girl will be the Egyptian princess Shiera. I think it's Shiera Hall, I think. The only reason I think that is because of Metamorpho. He got his powers from the Orb of Ra in an Egyptian tomb. I'm guessing these two will be in Egypt at some point.
Okay, well, there you go. That is your DCU update for the movie Superman Legacy. Every time we get an update for Superman Legacy, we'll give you an update because that's going to be the big James Gunn movie that he's actually working on 2 movies right now. He's working on Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy. So James Gunn hard at work as he has another movie coming out soon for DC, The Blue Beetle, which we all going to see. Lori, going to see Blue Beetle?
No.
I know Blue Beetle. Okay.
I'm not really a DC fan. I mean, if we review it for the podcast, then I'll watch an illegal version of it.
Interesting. Interesting. They just released a new trailer for it, and they pretty much gave the whole movie away. And I was like, why'd you do that? I hate trailers like that. I feel like I've seen everything. It wasn't cool. Was not cool. Was not cool at all. So there you go. That's your update there. Little update, personal update, nerd update. I find myself no longer wanting to play video games. Just all but giving up. It finally went out. The Steam as it's just not interested in playing a fake reality much anymore.
Real reality is enough for you.
It's what I think it is. I think it's the new job, and right now I'm doing it from a hotel. Okay, I'm doing the show from a hotel in San Jose, California. So it seems like every other show I'm on the road. I'm in a hotel doing the show. And it's like, and then when you're doing so much, you kind of lose interest in like going home and wanting to sit in front of a TV and play make-believe something when you just rather do something else,
What do you want to do when you get home then?
Watch TV.
Completely passive. I get that. Completely passive.
I don't want to put any thought into anything. I don't want to I just want to turn on the TV, and I've been watching New Girl, which Carlos, like I told you, Carlos and Johnny hyped up, and is it as good as they say? No.
Yes, it is.
It's not that funny.
Tremendously funny.
It's a good show. It's just not that funny. Dumb. It's not. It's not like I thought it was gonna be like The Office funny, like in the sense of just that funny, because they told me it was that funny or it was hilarious, and it's not. No,
because you like apparently stupid.
It's not
funny.
on the level of Office or Seinfeld or Parks and Recs or 30 Rock or
nothing's as funny as 30 Rock.
But you know what I mean? It's kind of
clearly you don't understand comedy.
It's right.
So I would clearly put this on the same level as at least Parks and Rec. Absolutely.
I don't know. It's
right.
a well-written show.
So let's just go with that.
It's just not the kind of funny you guys said it was gonna be. It's very like what show could I compare New Girl to? I'm trying to think here.
Parks and Rec.
Friends. Compare it to Friends. Friends was funny. If I can compare
I could see
Friends.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I compare it to Friends. And like I said, I watched Friends. I thought Friends was funny. I used to watch Will and Grace. I thought that was funny.
That was not funny.
First of all, don't say that gays aren't funny. Okay.
I didn't, but whatever.
You just said they should not funny. That's a big
I
part
find
of the
them
show.
hilarious.
Wait, what part? You left? Okay. I don't want to go further into that. So anyway, there's your New Girl update as I finish season 2, and Johnny tells me that season 4 and 5 are the best. That's what he told me. He said, "Oh, it's so good. It gets so much better." So I believe him as I go along on my journey of New Girl. So we shall see. We shall see, because I've given up on Grey's Anatomy after 20 some odd years, moved on to New Girl, and let's see what we get out of it. So there you go. How about you, Carlos? Are you still into video games? Is this still something you love to do?
Honestly, not as much. I find myself picking up the controller maybe once a week. And only when I'm bored, when there's nothing else on TV. I'm like, well, let me kill some time doing this. And even that only lasts about an hour. And then I'm off.
And why do you think that is?
I don't know. I just don't. Maybe I just haven't found a game that keeps my attention. I don't really like first-person shooters anymore. I am looking forward to the new Star Wars game because it's made by the people that made The Division. I love The Division, but I've already played that. They did have a big update, so I haven't checked it out yet, so I'm definitely going to check that out. But I do find it more fun when I'm playing with people that I know. I don't need to get on there and play with a bunch of strangers and shit talk everybody there. I just play with people that I know.
Okay.
You want to trade insults with a bunch of 13-year-old boys? queer. You fucking queer.
Right.
I've never done that. Anytime I used to play back in the day where kids were on, I would just laugh because they'd be saying crazy stuff, and I would just it amused me more that they would talk shit. Like the kids would talk shit.
Because they really don't know what they're saying. It's like the worst
No.
insults ever, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't play like I used to play with my nephew when he was younger. But man, that high pitch little girl squeaky voice, and then he's like 3 or 4 friends, and they're all doing it at once. I'm like, nope, I have to leave the chat room. I'm gone. This is too much for me. Can't do it.
My favorite part is the kids that are really good, and then they're like, "Hey, man, you're not very good. How old are you?" They assume I'm going to tell them I'm younger than them, and I'm like, I'm like 40. They're like, "Oh shit, bro, you need to."
And you're like, I got a fucking job. I don't spend all
Yeah.
my time sitting here playing this goddamn game. Go get a job, you fucking 15-year-old fucker.
Well,
Yeah, I was
okay,
playing
that's
with
more-
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter or
a lot more
anything
harsh
about
than I would
living,
say.
an adult life. It's
I was playing
hard.
with some
Nope.
kids, and they'd always say, "Oh, you sound old." They didn't ask how old I was. They were like, "Oh, you sound old." I'm like, "Okay," and that was it. Let's just keep playing.
Yeah, you do sound old.
That sounds like unique kind of torture to me, to be on an audio call with a bunch of strangers trying to play a game. I don't understand the appeal of that at all.
It just depends, because some guys are like Carlos and I have played with in the past. They're really good at whatever we're playing, like really good. Like they're basically just carrying the whole team, and they're cool with it. And they're like, "Hey, you guys just hang back, man. We got you." And then there was like, "Man, next time you guys are on, we're gonna join you." And they just love playing with, like, they just enjoyed it, and we just talk shit and da 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 da. Then you got the other half. They're like, "Man, you suck." Like, and they just kick you out of your game, out of your own game. Just kick you out. You're like, "Wait,
Exactly. That sounds awful.
I'm like, I started the game. What?
I don't need that kind of confidence hit in my spare
A
time.
mutiny online." So it happens. Grow a pair, as the 13-year-old tells me. Grow a pair. So
Oh, my favorite one is okay, boomer. I'm like, I don't get offended by it because I'm not a boomer
They
yet,
don't even
dumbass.
know. They don't even know. No, you're not a boomer yet. You'll never be a boomer. They
No,
don't
I'll never be a boomer.
understand.
Right.
okay, but
Yeah.
boomer to young children just means old. That's all it
I
means.
know.
They
And
don't
But
know.
they don't
it
know. That's
irks
how
me.
stupid they are.
Exactly. And that's why it irks me.
My nephew,
my nephew-
says it. Yeah, he
Oh,
says
the other day,
boomer.
my nephew was in town. He said, "Do you know what the laughing emoji is?" I'm like, yeah, it's the one that looks like he's laughing. He's got tears coming out of his eyes, or he's rolling on the whatever, like he's laughing. No, it's the skull. I'm like, well, you're stupid.
Oh yeah. No, that's like the new kiddo. Like, I'm dying. I'm laughing so hard.
Right. But I'm
Like,
like,
oh, you're so
Oh.
clever. Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
You're so smart and
These-
funny.
and I had to
I
correct
like
him. I'm like, no,
how,
you and your friends are just stupid. You're
I
just
like how
dumb.
you two are going off on these children as if they're
They're stupid
listening
children.
right now.
They're stupid. Children are just dumb. They're stupid.
Children are immature, not necessarily dumb. They're just immature. They
Stupid.
just,
Let's just go with that.
they just haven't learned.
I don't know why you're defending these little sons of bitches.
Because the way you have to tell a child, basically,
They're not in our audience. You don't gotta tiptoe around this
I
shit.
don't know. I'm saying the way you tell a child something is you tell them, now think about this from your 40-year-old perspective. He's gonna look at you like you're a fucktard.
They
You know
don't
what I'm
have a
saying?
40-year-old.
I know that's the problem, right? That's the problem is I saw a kid today in a Target riding a scooter in the store, right? And he ran into a lady's cart, right? Here's the sad part. The kid's parents were there. And I'm thinking about, you let your kid ride the scooter in the store and ran into someone's cart, and then he acts like, almost like, get out of my way, boomer. And you know what I mean? And he like kind of just grabs his
Was it
And the
An
scooter.
parents
electric
didn't
scooter?
say anything?
The parents just stand there looking almost like, oh, did I do that?
You know what
Not
the problem is?
cool.
Problem is, parents these days are trying to be their kids' friends.
And they should be.
Don't be their friends. Whoop that ass. You're not
Whoa,
taking the
whoa,
scooter
whoa.
into the store. If you don't like it, then you
Then we're
can
not
stay here
going to
with
the
your
store.
scooter. Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
depending on how old the kid is, right? You can stay out here with your scooter.
Okay, so that's another
Or you
thing.
can ride it your ass home. I don't give a shit.
This kid must have been at least 10. So it
Right,
wasn't
you
like
can
a,
wait
you
outside. You can wait outside.
he wasn't like a little
No.
kid, he was 10. So anyway, so I just, again, kids, yeah, we were like that growing up. Let's not kid ourselves. We're annoying little
It's
shits
true.
too.
It's
You know,
true.
Yeah,
so if
there's
there
no
are
way
any
my
kids,
parents would have let me take a scooter into a store. They'd be like, that stays out here.
well, they would have let you take a skateboard, but you wouldn't ride it.
Right. You could carry
You
it.
know,
But you're
yeah.
not gonna ride it.
So if there
Exactly.
are any kids listening, say under the age of 15, just remember, okay, words to live by. Go fuck yourself. And from there, you can call me a boomer. I don't mind. You can call it every day, twice on Sunday. You know, your words don't matter. But that's fantastic. Thanks for subscribing. That's great. All right, let's move on. These are we're gonna have 5 fun facts. All 3 of us have fun facts about ourselves. Are they fun? Who knows? You may have already heard them on the show before with the way we just talk about ourselves. So these are just the 5 fun facts. So we'll start with Carlos. Carlos, give me number 5 of your 5 fun facts.
Okay. Number 5. I used to work the red carpet for movie premieres with one of our old members, Hugh McCord. The best story I have is we were doing the Ocean's 11 premiere in Las Vegas. It was at the Palms. The producer had extra passes, and because he invited the winner of Hell's Kitchen to show up, but she decided not to show up. So she called, said she wasn't showing up, and so he gave me these 2 passes. Go give these to 2 girls. I'm like, okay. So I went out into the crowd, found 2 girls. I'm like, hey, you guys want to come to the front and watch the celebrities walk by? And I gave them. They said yes. I gave them the passes. I said, just remember, walk like you belong. Don't act like you're not supposed to be there. That's the secret to everything. If you look like you belong there, they won't question you. So you walk like you belong. Just follow me. So they followed me, walked over. And then Brad Pitt came down the line. But because we were Fox, Brad would not talk to Fox because Brad is, I guess he's liberal or whatever. He doesn't like Fox. Because as soon as he sees Fox, he thinks,
Sean
Hannity
Hannity.
and all that other stuff, right? I don't know if Hannity was on at the time, but you know what I'm saying. He thinks, right-wing stuff.
Boarding machines. Got it.
Right. So he passes right up. And then the producer looks at me and he goes, get those girls to stop Brad. I'm like, okay. So I turn around, I'll tell the girls, here's the plan. We're going to move down the line to the end, and Brad's going to walk by again. Do what you can to stop him. And they're like, okay. So we talked to Clooney for a bit. We talked to all these other people, and then Brad's coming. And they go, and they jump on him. They grab him by the neck. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? I was freaking out for a second. I'm like, no, don't do that. And then I didn't say anything. I just stood there kind of shocked, like, oh shit. But then he just kind of, gave him little taps on the shoulder, and they let go. And then he spoke to us. We got him to stop, and the producers talked to him, asked questions just about the movie. Obviously, they weren't going to ask any political shit. And so from that point on, I redesigned what's called a mic cube. It's a little, or mic flag. It's a little cube you see on the microphone.
Mhm.
So I redesigned it so it's all blue, all these different color blues and whites, kind of making it light and whatever. It still says Fox, but it doesn't look like the Fox logo that they were using.
Clever.
That's my number 5.
That's your number 5? Shit.
All right, Laura, what's your number 5? You better have something about, I don't know. Let's go with who's your celebrity crush or somebody that you've had a fantasy about. Go ahead, break it down.
I have follow-up questions for Carlos. Number 1, how hot were these girls?
Yeah,
They were
1
good
through
looking
10.
girls. They were hot.
Like
There's no
really
way I
good
would've
looking,
picked-
or
yeah,
just
yeah,
like, okay, really good. Okay.
No, these were
All right.
8s, and at least 8s.
Okay.
Easy.
2, was this Ocean's 11 the first one?
No, it's just 3 maybe.
Oh, that's even hotter. I was like, how hot is Brad Pitt? And then the
Good-looking
closest
man. Tall,
to right
good-looking man.
now is
Yeah.
as hot as again. Okay, all right. These I
Clooney's
just
a good-looking
needed
man
these.
too, though, in person.
He
Good.
is,
He's
but
short.
he's no Brad. He's no Brad.
No, he's a little shorter fella, but yeah, he's a good-looking man.
Not a
Can't remember
cut
if that's the one where Pacino was in it,
I think you're right. I think 3 is Pacino.
but Pacino, he didn't talk to anybody. He walked at the back of the line, like at the back of the carpet, because he's
Mhm.
so short. He didn't want to look like, and he wears platform shoes. So he walks on the back, because he thinks, well, if you're further back, you must
Perspective.
look shorter, right? Right, perspective. So he just walks the back and goes straight into the theater.
That must be good
Yeah.
for him. I mean, I don't have to fuck with any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, if he's not the
Okay,
star,
well.
then he won't talk. He'll just walk right by.
All right, Laura, number 5. Your fun fact.
That was number 5 for Laura.
Matt,
Thanks,
you-
Laura. Thanks for making me part of your highlight.
I know, right? That's one of her my fun facts is asking Cortez about number 5.
I do have a fun fact. It's not nearly as cool.
That's fine. We'll try your best.
But I was, and I'm going to use the word groupie because it's as close to a thing as I can think of, but I never had sex with anybody nor showed anybody parts or anything. But I was a groupie for, do you guys know who Mike Rowe is?
Mike Rowe,
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Dirty Jobs.
Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
Me and a group of friends that I am friends with to this day, about 12 years ago, I saw him 3 times in person. Once in Los Angeles, once in Kansas City, once in Las Vegas. Yeah.
What was he doing?
The Kansas City, it was a breast cancer fundraiser. The one in Las Vegas, it was a cat, as in like, yeah, the Caterpillar, the construction company. He was the spokesman. And then the one, I'm sorry, not in LA, San Francisco. What was the one in San Francisco? I don't remember.
All right.
But I saw him in San Francisco. He used to, when Dirty Jobs came out, this was back in the day. So Discovery Channel had a discussion board for Dirty Jobs that he himself would get on and just dick around because he was in the middle of these middle of nowhere towns and he didn't have anything to do on a Saturday night at 10 p.m. And so he would jump on the discussion boards and chat with people. And I was a regular on the discussion board, and me and this group of women, we got to know each other through the discussion board, and we went on these trips together. It
Not
was
gonna
fun.
lie. That's some stalker shit. All right, well, Johnny's here. Johnny, welcome. Now you know that Mike Rowe has a stalker, and she's in the group.
Oh, not only just one, multiples. I'm sure
Oh.
there's more of them out there.
Well. And he also had the other job, other show. I mean, the taxi show, right? The
That's
game.
not him.
Are you
Cash
sure?
Cab. That's not, I am 100% sure that is
Someone
not
look
him.
that
Rowe.
up. Someone
You're
look Mike
talking
Rowe
about-
and
you're talking about
Cash Cab.
Ben
Cash Cab.
something. Cash
I'm
Cab
gonna
is
look
Ben
it up.
something.
Mike Rowe, Cash Cab.
Not him. It's
Okay, I
Ben
just
something.
looked it up, and it says here, Mike Rowe, the Discovery Channel is bringing
Lies.
back Cash Cab with former host Mike Rowe.
Lies.
That's how I know as a stalker, you're a bad stalker. You don't even know about Mike Rowe.
I know I'm a good stalker, and I know that
No,
he was
you're
never on
bad.
Cash Cab.
No, it says here, Cash Cab is back at NYC with Mike Rowe after 5-year absence.
Lies.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry to
I know
break it
you're a
down.
fucking liar,
He was on
Lafayette.
Cash
Yeah,
Cab.
that's one of my fun facts.
Whatever.
Johnny is here. Johnny.
Fake news, listener. Don't listen to Lafayette.
Fake news, the guy that worked for Fox News. Okay, the first guy that spoke. So Johnny here, he just arrived. Looks like he clearly woke up.
Clearly.
And I mean, you wake up at 5 o'clock, Shadow? On your head? So Johnny, do you have your 5 fun facts? If not, we'll give you time.
I mean, what?
Okay. Looks like he needs time. Looks like he needs
He
time.
woke up today. That's a fun fact.
Fun fact, I do a podcast, my friends.
Nah, that doesn't count. I mean,
Number 5.
fun fact: working graveyard shifts is affecting my body clock tremendously in my mid to late 40s.
A lot of fun. there.
My body clock is all fucked up.
But how long have you been working graves?
Yeah, aren't you used to it yet?
Yeah.
It's something that you deal with. It's like living in Texas, right? Like you're gonna be like, oh, or aren't you used to the heat? You just deal with it. Like you don't adapt your body and like welcome, 100-degree weather. I just deal with it.
I mean,
know.
fun fact: Johnny works graveyard shifts. That's your fun fact.
I guess. What was your fun fact?
I haven't gone yet. I
You
haven't
gone
gone.
yet.
I
You haven't gone
literally
yet.
we just started this.
There's nothing interesting about you, though.
Fun fact
Yeah,
number
that's a fun
five.
fact right there.
Number 5. I talk like Bane when I'm bored. Fun fact number first. That was a good one. I did work graveyard shift for 3 years too, Johnny. So I understand. Fun fact. You know what? It's not really all that fun. I went to a BMW commercial with Carlos, and all of a sudden I was a stand-in for the whole day.
Oh yeah, that's right. Joe Carnahan directed short film, BMW
Yeah.
short film.
And what was the actor's
Forgot
name?
about that.
What was his name?
Don Cheadle was there.
No, it wasn't Cheadle. Cheadle was
It
standing
was
beside me at
Owens.
one point.
It was Owen.
What's
his name?
Owen. What is his name?
His last name's Owen. What's his
I
name?
was his
British dude.
stand-in for. No, I was just there watching, and he like pulls me in. You're gonna be his stand-in for several shots, and I was like, okay. You guys are about the same height, and then he put me in front of the camera. Stand here. Let me set the camera up. All right, move off scene, and he grabbed me again. Okay, now stand here, and I'm like, oh. All of a sudden, I'm not getting paid for any of this shit. Where's the actual stand-in for this guy?
And
That
for
was
those
me.
of us who are not in the business, that's to test lighting and whatnot, right?
It is. It's to set the shot up.
Yeah,
Because actors are too cool to stand around, so you have a stand-in.
Well, and that's the funny thing. The actor and
Clive
myself,
Owen.
Clive Owen, are just standing
Clive
there.
Owen,
Cli-
hot.
Yeah.
Clive
Well,
Owen
back
and
in the day.
myself are standing beside each other, not saying a word, just looking at each other like, hey, what's? I have no idea who he is because he's not really big in America yet. This is like his.
He
like,
was. I knew who he was.
What year was this?
Oh no, he wasn't big yet in
He
America.
was. He did that movie Shoot 'Em Up.
Shoot him.
Oh, if it was after Shoot 'Em Up, he would already made a dramatic name for
Yeah.
himself.
He
Shoot 'em
sure
up.
as I would shoot him. Anyway,
Yep. That's why Joe
uh,
picked him, man.
we're just sitting there side by side, and then he has like a briefcase handcuffed to his hand
2007.
for the scene or whatever. Anyway, he's like, walk forward. And he's talking to me, the director. Stand right there. Just stand there for a minute. Okay. All right, move off. Okay, Owen, go ahead. Start the scene. And then I'm like, what's going on? I'm literally just standing off to the
Remember
side.
this commercial? Not that you're saying that. I think
But it wasn't a
this.
commercial. It was a short film.
It was a short film that
that only
they
can be seen on BMW's website.
Yeah, they shot several of them, right? Like 5 of these things.
Yeah, five different.
Saw this.
What's his name did it? Guy Ritchie did one.
Guy Ritchie did one with Madonna.
Joe Carnahan did the one that you and I were in.
Yep.
It was they had all these young action directors doing 5 different films.
And
I'm pretty sure I've seen this. I went through a Clive Owen phase.
Yeah. Carlos was playing a soldier
So
on a military
and the
base or
stand-in for
some
Clive
shit.
Owen when apparently Lafayette wasn't doing it.
He was also a stand-in for Clive Owen as well.
Can you see you on the screen, Carlos? You can recognize your face and everything?
No,
Oh,
I was no, because I was the soldier and they whipped past me to do another because Owens runs past me, but I am in the background when the BMW comes fishtailing into the army base and I'm running out of the way and I know where I am. I can see myself.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
fun.
And I also did a stand-in for a soldier. And it was
And
just
what's his
fun.
name
It was
too?
fun. Abraham.
Terminator 2. What's his name?
Oh, that's right. He was there. He was cool. He was talking to us.
Yeah, he came out of his
Patrick,
trailer, did his finger guns.
yeah,
kicked the
Patrick,
guys.
come on. He was in a ton of projects.
Shooter McGavin? Who
What
does
was
the
his
finger
name?
guns?
The guy that
He did
played
the
the
finger
villain
gun.
in T2. He was
I know.
in,
He's got
yeah,
the
yeah.
real sharp face. I
Yeah,
know.
And he was
he's the dad in Peacemaker.
and Peacemaker. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick. And also I also spoke with Abraham? What's his name? I spoke with him for a minute.
Yeah.
So a lot of fellas on that scene. A lot.
Don
of fellas.
Don Cheadle. Oh, Don Cheadle was there.
Don Cheadle was there. He did
But
the
just for a
helicopter.
quick
Y'all
minute.
Hollywood types.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
all,
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
get starstruck. I'm out
Now
here
remember
from
though,
Missouri.
none of this was filmed in LA either. It was
Actually,
actually
filmed in
filmed.
Sacramento.
in
At a
Sacramento.
shut down airbase.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was just a tag along just to watch the production. All of a sudden, I was a
Yeah.
stand-in. So that's my number 5 fun fact.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're up. Number 5 for Johnny. Oh,
We
Johnny
all
already went.
started with
Johnny
our
already
cool
went.
list. I think it's only going downhill from here.
You Laura, you missed Johnny's number 5.
I did.
His fun fact is that he works graveyard shift. Okay, Carlos, number 4 on your list.
Well, number 4 ties into your thing. The night before the shoot, I didn't even know Joe Carnahan was directing the short film. But the night before, I was watching a film with him at the Crest Theater. And then later on, we went to have drinks at El Centro. And then we're all sitting at our table. We're just bullshitting, shooting shit. I knew who he was because he's a Sacramento guy, but I didn't know he was like this big director guy. But anyway, he directed Smoking Aces. I don't know, if, Laura, if you know who Joe Carnahan is, and he did the A-Team as well. Some other stuff, whatever. But anyway,
I know those movies.
so we're sitting there and we're ordering drinks, and the guy comes over to me and he goes, "What'd you like?" And I said, "Malibu pineapple." I didn't want to think too hard. I wanted myself a little fancy drink, little girly drink. Malibu pineapple. Joe looks at me and goes, snapping his fingers, what is that? What is that? What is that? You know what? I want one. I want one. So he orders one. I'm like, all right, cool. I almost like I invented it, right? The way he's like, right? And then drinks come over and I'm sipping mine. He sips his, goes, "Oh, this is fucking great. This is fucking awesome." And I'm almost like, yeah,
Is he
thanks,
on
man.
coke?
Thanks, man. I'm like, okay, thanks, buddy. Thank you. I didn't invent it, but I'm glad you like it.
How long did you
Anyway.
guys make out for afterwards?
Yeah, and this was this a swinger sequel?
You,
Interesting.
you
Interesting.
guys bonded over your gay drink. Okay.
But yeah, so anyway, I shared a table with Joe, and anyway, he liked the drink that I ordered.
All right,
Number
Laura,
4.
you're up number 4. Fun fact number 4.
I'm looking through my list. I am a World War II history buff.
That's
I know a
right,
lot
you
about
are.
World War II.
Oh yeah, we got a couple questions then.
Yeah, ask away.
Okay, who
Who
won?
won the war?
The Allies.
Ah. Okay, well,
Who are the Allies? I got some questions for you guys.
you said who were the allies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
All
That's
right. The
easy.
number of Canadians that fought in World War II, was it over 5?
Yes.
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 Most definitely. Yes.
Yes. You're talking to two of
The
them.
Americans, the Canadians, the British, the
Uh-huh.
Russians.
Okay.
Yes, but in the end of the war, not the start of the war.
Yeah, right.
Come on, you got like a couple more to go.
You're missing some.
France.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Not Spain? No.
Italy.
No.
Italy? No.
No.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Italy did help.
No.
Help who?
No, they didn't.
They helped lose the war.
They were on the Axis.
Yes. Well,
Turkey.
not China.
China, not really. I mean, they were technically on the side of the
No.
Allies. I would say the
Mexico.
other. I'd say you got all the major ones. You got all the major ones.
The
Australia
Newfies.
was also a big throw in terms of manpower, but they're kind of
Mhm.
covered under the British Empire at the time.
Iceland?
No,
Greenland.
no. Anyway, that's my fun fact.
Okay, there we go. World War II buff. There you go. What's your favorite part of World War II?
Okay. Well, kind of
It's an
weird
easy
question.
answer.
My favorite thing about history, but World War II history in particular, is the mass mobilization of industrial power within the United States and the transformation of regular citizens to hardcore soldiers that
Yep.
save the world.
Johnny. Fun fact number 4. What do you got for me?
I'm gonna back up a little bit. Laura, what was your obsession with Mike Rowe?
That's a good question, though.
He
That
was
is a good
funny.
question. Because on
And
Cash
he was
Cab,
Like
Huh,
he
like
was
funny,
on Cash Cab,
sexy,
Yeah,
like
super fucking sexy.
the way he did his dirty
he-
jobs.
Yeah, he was in that
I
like
wish I could
time. I
shower
think he
him.
was like in his early. He was naked on the show constantly. And
I don't.
yeah,
Always
he
shirtless quite often. That's for sure.
shirtless all the time, but also naked all the time. He's in like his early 40s at the time, and that's just like sweet spot for a man. And he was rough and ragged, and he was very funny. He still is very funny, only now he's just kind of old. But
What was he selling for a while? Was it Chevy trucks or Ford?
Ford.
Mhm.
Ford,
Did you buy a Ford because of that?
no,
Like the
I've never
Mike
bought a
Rowe
Ford.
edition?
But some of my friends did go to a New York event where he was hawking Fords.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I
Johnny,
mean, to the point of obsession. Well,
Yeah,
you're
that's
a
a little much.
little obsession. Like I guess I just don't see it.
Yeah, just
I mean, I
And then, like,
That's
since
very
he's not like a
nice.
big celebrity, like I feel like you could just walk up to him, like,
oh, definitely. He would. I don't know that he would still recognize me, but in that time frame, he knew exactly who we were.
did he recognize the twins? Like, did you wear a lot of cleavage?
No, no, no.
You're
I'm
the
not that kind
worst
of girl.
stalker in the
Yeah,
world. What did
No.
you
He's a
use your
friendly
mind
stalk.
to like? Come
no,
on.
it was friendly stalking. Like it was not like that kind of like coming on to him kind of stuff. Like it was just like laughing and joking and like he would know people by their screen names
interesting.
from
That's pretty
the
cool.
from the discussion board.
So
Interesting.
did he know that you wanted to bear his children?
I don't think it would have been a surprise. No, I don't. It was well, I never explicitly discussed it with him, but a friend of mine did, in fact.
Tell
Anyway,
him.
that's her story.
Yo, what the
We
hell's
got time.
going
What
on
the,
here?
what the shit?
No.
Number 4, Johnny, and it better not be. I'm in my early 40s, so I'm in my prime of my life. Like Laura said that. So what's number 4?
He has a crush on Mike Rowe now. I think that's what
I
it
know.
is.
So you're saying there's a chance for me to get a stalker too? Oh no. I mean, not really a fun fact. Like I'm not great with money, but I make a lot. So
Not a fun fact.
That's a great fact. I like it.
it's not a fun fact. I mean, like Amazon Prime Day, it kind of got me.
Oh, I knew it.
Got a lot of shit in my
you
cart. Got a lot
always
of stuff
talk
on the
about
way.
Prime Day. Now, what did you get? Give me the top like 3 things you got for Prime
Well,
Day.
while you guys were talking, I
Uh-huh.
ordered a new microphone stand
Wow.
because
wow. While we're
because
talking,
the one Carlos gave me, like the fucking mic was just kept going like this. So
Lip
like,
dick, Mike.
Oh,
so I'm gonna get a new microphone stand. Eventually, I'm gonna get a Joe Rogan mic, but I'm not ready for that one yet.
What's a Joe Rogan?
does it have a USB on the end though?
Oh,
I
is
think it
that the
does.
old school mic?
Yeah, no, it's just
No.
a I don't know $300 mic or something.
And you need that because you're gonna sound
You
like Joe
don't-
Rogan?
you
Or
don't
you're gonna have
need
Joe
it.
Rogan opinions? Like, what does it do for you?
No,
They
look at
are-
He's
Spotify's
got
gonna call
a
it an
billion
exclusive
followers,
deal.
okay?
You're gonna need a special mixer for those fancy ass.
Yeah,
Those
it's not a
fancy-ass
USB plug on
microphones.
the
I
end.
like how
It's
Johnny's
not a
take
USB.
is-
Fun
No.
fact: Laura rains on parades.
In fact, you brought an umbrella.
All my purchases are now moot.
Prime Day,
Loser.
get an umbrella, buddy.
No, I mean I bought a lot of toys this go around
For yourself or for Emma?
for the baby.
All right, there we go. All right. Fun fact number 4 for myself. This one's kind of, I still watch wrestling. Still watch it. That's one on my list.
Loser.
Still keep up with it. Still watch it. The fake drama that is. I just swear I don't even watch the actual wrestling matches. I just watch the drama parts. It's
You
just
watch the soap opera of
just
it.
the soap opera parts, the storyline. And then when this fight wrestling comes on, I'm like, this is boring. Then they'll get back on the microphone. You see, I beat you, and you can't beat me because your wife's a whore. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. His wife's a whore now.
I don't know. After The Rock left, there was nobody as charismatic, nobody as good on the mic for me. And
After the Attitude Era, it's kind of like, don't care.
You people are stupid. You never heard of Roman Reigns. All right, Carlos. Fun fact number
Boo.
3.
3.
What do I got?
John Cena. Is
Oh,
better than The Rock.
anybody who, well, you have to probably be as old as I am, but who remembers Jermaine Dye from the Oakland A's and the Chicago White Sox? I played a baseball game with Jermaine Dye in college. I thought that was pretty cool. Everybody already knew who he was. He later went on to play for the White Sox and then traded to the A's, became one of the A's top players. But we both played on the same team, on the tryout team. We were on the same team. He was already on the team because he got drafted by the Rangers. And instead of going to minor league, they said you can go to minor leagues or you can go to college ball. He went to college ball. I don't know why I wasn't picked up by the team. Whatever. I played one game, one tryout game.
but you don't know why you weren't picked up or he wasn't picked up.
Me.
Oh, because you can't hit a fastball. All
No,
right.
this is where you're wrong. I got 2 at bats
Uh-huh.
and I got 2 doubles and
Uh-huh.
nothing. I
Huh.
was like, I thought that was pretty good. Well,
Huh.
well,
Affirmative
didn't
action. Was that around then? Was it affirmative action in play back then?
Well, if it was, I would have made the team. Son of a bitch.
Nah, that's the opposite. That's the reason why you didn't make the team. You look white.
This is true. Yeah.
All right, Laura, number 3 on your list. Tell us, what do you got for us?
I used to be in theater. Shocker.
Oh, you were a theater dork.
I was a theater kid in high school.
You got 2 theater dorks here.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I dated a
Fantastic.
theater chick for a little while, and
How'd that
They were
go?
fucking weird, weren't they?
Was she over dramatic?
a little bit.
What?
Yep.
And the like early on in your relationship, you want to please that person, right? But then like it's like, come to opening night. It's like, okay, all right, well, this is our soft opening. The real opening is next week. And then like there's 2 different closes, and like I've seen the same play like 4 or 5 times, and like each time is really dramatic, and I'm like, it's just tough for me to laugh at all these. Can I just go to one? She's like, well, they mean a lot to me. I was like, it's not gonna work out. I just I mean,
listen.
I did enjoy some of her acting. Like I feel like sometimes she told me things that like boosted my ego, and then
Well, she was acting.
She made you believe it.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like it was like how good looking I was or whatever. Like,
Oh, yeah, she was a good actor.
I probably
Good actor.
should have hung on to that blind chick.
You say blind? Wait, what?
Well,
Now, was she
I mean,
pretty or did she act pretty?
Yeah, exactly.
no, she was cute. It's just I don't know. It was tough for me to distinguish like the real her and the fake her. Like if she's meeting my friends for the first time, then it's like, oh my god, we're gonna be best friends. Oh my god, this is. It's like, I don't think she means it. I think she's acting right now.
That's the thing with theater people, man. You have no idea when they're that was my experience with theater people is that, and that's in improv as well. I did some improv after like a few years ago. You have no idea when they're actually being genuine and then fucking around. It's infuriating.
I think those are the ones who want everybody to know they're in theater. Hey, look at me, I'm a star, I'm an actor.
Those are the
Let me act this
bad
way.
ones, though.
Because
Those
when
are
I
the
was in
bad
theater,
ones.
yeah, I wasn't like that at all. I'm like, I mean, if you knew I was in theater or I did some acting, cool, but I'm not gonna go around telling everybody. And I didn't act like, I didn't make a big deal about it. I think these other ones that make a big deal about it, those are the horrible ones.
I took a theater class in college, and
Oh yeah, Lafayette was in my class.
first day passed out headshots. That's how much of an ego I got just right off the bat. Here you go, that's my headshot. Just today's your first day, doesn't matter.
Do you want
Better
me to
than-
sign it?
Yeah, want me to sign it? I'm already better than you.
$5 charges.
I'll be sitting over there after class. Stop by.
Yeah.
I got 8 monologues in my back pocket, all from silent films. Bring it. I'm like, wait, what? This guy's fucking good. Want to be
I
my
took
best
an
friend?
acting class in my 20s, and I was probably late 20s. No, early 30s maybe. And I was like upset. Not upset. That's not right. But it was like an introductory acting class, and like everyone in the class was so bad. And I was like, I have to be better than this, right? Like I wanted the teacher to tell me like you have potential, and he didn't. And I was like, well, I guess I am just as bad as everyone in this class.
I can
But
tell
he
you,
was supposed to see your potential, be like, you come back at 5:30 because our advanced classes. Then you don't belong here.
I can tell you though,
exactly.
if I could
I
go,
need affirmation, and he did not give it to me. And so
if you could go back and tell yourself one tip for the acting class, what would it be? Like to improve
take
it.
the next level up. That would have been my
Okay, so
advice
don't
to
take
myself.
beginning theater.
Yeah.
Take because in
Yeah.
college they wouldn't allow you to take the next level. You had to take beginning theater
Yeah.
first. Because ended up doing 2 semesters.
I think
Yeah.
you could end up like, proving that you had done some like mild acting before, and you could like skip the most basic of basics. And that's what I should have done.
Well, the worst part was you had to do like a monologue with a partner or a scene.
Yeah.
And I remember Carlos and I had to do a scene from Swingers. And I think we practiced 30 minutes before the class.
It's interesting that let you do, because my acting teacher always said, he's like, you're not allowed to do stuff from like movies and stuff like that, because you can basically just mimic people, and that's not acting. because I can mimic people very, very well. But if you give me like a fresh script, that's a lot harder.
Oh,
Don't
I
tell
remember.
Lafayette that. Mm-mm.
Don't tell me what.
You can't mimic people.
You can't mimic people?
Yeah, because I keep having that argument with you, like when Jim Carrey got nominated for Man on the Moon or Mine on the Moon. What's it called? Man on the
Oh,
Moon.
Man on the
yeah,
Moon.
Man on the Moon.
I said that's. I don't know what he's just mimicking a real person. That's all he's doing.
No, he was
He
fantastic.
studied all
in
these
that.
tapes
Oh, he
and
was
he's
so
mimicking.
But he did a
No.
really good job of
No,
mimicking.
he was amazing. He was amazing. Yeah, he was amazing. I tell you, I
I'm on
had to do
Lafayette's side on that one.
I had to do. Thank you. Who was it? I had to do a monologue with the guy in class. The teacher's like, "He's your partner." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I don't know the guy, but cool." And then I told him, what do you want to do? And he's like, "Man, you just pick it, man." And it was supposed to be for like the next week, so we could meet for like 5 days. Never saw the guy once until before the class, before our actual acting scene. And he's like, "So what are we gonna do?" I was like, "Dude, I've been trying to contact you." "Oh, just what do you want to do?" We literally just made up a plot and then went in there and just mimicked. Just acted the whole thing. Just made
Just
it up on the
improv?
spot for like 10 minutes.
Jesus.
And the whole thing was just what I come up top of my head. "Okay, here's the deal. You're a comic book artist." He was like, "Okay. And I'm the boss, and you're just not cutting it. And that's all we got. Okay, let's go inside." It's just like
That's
it
been
was
the
just
worst
me.
10 minutes of those people's lives.
It was just me mad at him and like rolling paper up and throwing it in his face. Anyway, there you go. Johnny, did you already give me your number 3?
And I don't have any fun facts, to be honest with you.
Okay,
There was a
Number 3
chick,
for
there was
Johnny.
a chick
He's
I
no
dated
fun.
that used to think I was really hot. That's what she always said.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Weird.
a fun
Weird.
fact.
Fun fact.
Everyone gets a chance.
So Lauren's was theater, number 3. Carlos, what was your number 3 again? I totally forgot.
Played baseball, Jermaine died.
Baseball, Jermaine died. Johnny has nothing apparently for number 3. He dated a theater chick. Boom, number 3. There we go. We just found it. We just found it. Number 3 for myself. I wrote a bunch of shit down, but this is not even a fun fact, really. I won tickets to a private Mariah Carey show. And then when I went, she performed 3 songs and said, "I'm done." And then she left. I was like, "You bitch, you made me drive an hour and a half to this venue so I can watch you do 3 songs." And you said, "You guys can get out now." And I was like, "I'm still a fan though, Mariah. Don't worry about it." And there was only like 50 of us, which is kind of cool. It was in the Honda Center in Anaheim.
How long ago was this?
2000 and that's a good question. 2008 maybe. And
so is she still like, because
really
she's a little bit of a diva now, right? Like,
no, she was
a
then
little
too
bit.
though. So here's the deal. We went to a concert the night before. Somebody came up to us and said, "Hey, you guys fans of Mariah Carey?" I said, "Yeah, of course, we came to the show. Put you guys on a list. If you get an email, you're allowed to come to a private show tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Honda Center." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." It's gonna be she's gonna do a 1-hour set to get ready for the show later that night, but only for a certain amount of people. Oh, cool. We show up. We don't get in until like 3 p.m. And it's like 95 degrees outside. We're just standing outside. We finally get in. They sit us down like right at the front of the stage. And the band's warming up. And we're like, "Oh, that's cool." Literally an hour and a half later, she comes out. And then she does one song she does literally like 2 verses, stops it and goes, okay, that one's good. "How are you guys doing? You guys good? Okay. Let's try this one." She sings another one for like 1 verse, just stops, tells the band something like, "Let's do it this way." Does another verse of the same song, does 1 more song complete, and then goes, "I think we're good here. I think we're good for tonight. Hey, thanks for everybody coming out." And then she just walks off stage. We're like, "Wait, what the fuck just happened?" That was like 20 minutes. We waited outside forever for this shit, and we're told we're gonna get like a whole hour.
You got an hour
concert.
You waited an hour and a half.
More than that. We probably waited 3 hours total to watch 20 minutes of Mariah Carey on stage, dressed
Still a
in
fan, huh?
like
Good
like
for you.
lingerie, basically, to do her little warm up show. And she just had a huge album come out too, so I was like, okay, whatever. Her concert was amazing the night before, though. I can tell you that.
Oh, you went to her concert prior?
The night before, that's how we got picked to go to that private concert. All right, Carlos, number 2, fun fact.
Number 2, I have a YouTube channel, and on this channel, I customize action figures. paint and customize action figures. Enjoy it. It's Mr. Toon 2000.
Okay, we cannot do that
Yeah.
type of stuff. No plugging your stuff like that. That's bullshit. It's not a fun fact. No one cares.
No shameless
It's not
plugs.
that fun. All right, Laura, number 2.
I used to have another podcast. No.
Right?
Number 2. My superpower. I am an expert packer. I can go anywhere for any amount of time with one roll-on suitcase. I never check a bag.
Well.
It doesn't matter if I'm going to Europe for 2 weeks or if I'm going to a weekend in Kansas City. It is the same suitcase. And yeah,
That's your superpower?
it's my superpower.
And I know your
Oh.
kryptonite. I know your kryptonite.
What's that?
Planting drugs in that suitcase. Johnny, number 2.
There's like plenty of room.
Yeah, I know, right?
There You can fit an extra brick of cocaine in there, no problem.
2 kilos.
Now,
next to
Johnny doesn't
my
have a number
toiletries.
2. I mean, he had number 1 was I work graveyard shift. I forgot what number. Oh, number 4. Number 5 was graveyard shift. Number 4 was I make a lot of money. Number 3 was I dated a girl in theater class.
Theater.
What's number 2? He's thinking.
Uh,
He's thinking. Come on.
I mean,
I got one for you if you don't have one.
oh yeah, give me one.
Yeah, fun fact, Johnny was on the high school basketball team.
I mean,
Were you?
yeah.
Or was it tennis?
Technically,
I was.
was.
I mean,
Technically,
you were on the
I
team.
took pictures with the team. Technically, I was there.
You just didn't play. You were on the team.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a fun fact, though. Did you have fun?
Uh,
Okay. All right. Maybe not. Well,
It was a feather in the cap, right? Like for like a year, I could wear the jerseys and all that
Did you
stuff.
get the
But then,
letter? Did you get the letter for your jacket?
no,
Yeah,
I
you-
was on JV.
Oh,
Oh.
JV. Oh, it doesn't count. Fun fact for number 2, Johnny has banged Kazakhstan hookers. Is that on your list?
Kazakhstan.
I don't know.
I've
Some
never
hooker
been to
from over
Kazakh-
Istanbul. I don't know where the hell you were at.
No, I don't remember.
He's in
his-
Bosnia.
I don't remember his name.
You didn't know his name? His name was
No.
Ken.
Right.
right.
Before or after the dolphin tattoo? That's what I want to know.
It was during.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. 30
Are we-
bucks get you a lot. It's like Euro trip where you like tips them like a nickel. I buy my own hotel.
All right, Carlos, are we on to number 2 or number 1 for you? I think we're on number 2.
Me, number 1. What's your
All right,
number 2?
number 1 fun fact for Carlos. Go for
Wait,
it.
did you go? What's your
I-
number 2?
I thought I just went. No, I didn't. Did I not go?
No, you're making fun of Johnny the whole time.
Oh, that's
is that your
true.
fun
That
fact?
is my
I like
number
to make
2.
fun of Johnny.
My fun fact is Johnny. That's it. Just Johnny. I mean, my fun fact, you already know about it. I have won 2 Portuguese music rap awards. So whatever. Who
Oh
cares?
yeah.
Anyway,
I didn't
Num-
know that. That is a
yeah.
fun fact.
That is a fun
Yeah.
fact. Yes.
What's the
I
name of
won
the
2
award?
Portuguese, the International Portuguese Music Awards. I won 2 of them. Yes. Yes,
Congratulations.
yes. Okay. Carlos, number 1 fun fact. Tell us now.
I auditioned for Power Rangers Galaxy.
Yes, you
back in
did.
2007.
Wow.
Who did you audition for? Which ranger?
Oh,
Pink
I
one?
can't remember.
Gay one.
Drinking Malibu and pineapple.
They didn't-
all the colors, please.
They didn't. The script didn't have the ranger, like the color of the ranger. It was just a script. But then after you read the script, you have to show some martial arts. My problem was I had a leg brace on at the time because I got a soccer injury that week. So I had a leg brace that's strapped to my leg from my thigh all the way down to my ankle to keep my knee straight because I got jacked in my soccer game.
So here's the deal. Here's the moral of the story. Okay, people. If you have an audition, don't do anything beforehand at all. Make that your priority, not soccer, not anything. Make sleep
Live
your
your
priority.
life.
Okay.
You gotta live your life because auditions
Yeah,
are such a
da.
fucking shit
That's-
show.
Nah. Johnny lives his life like he has an audition. He sleeps all the fucking time. He just wants to get
Sounds
hurt.
awesome.
Does sound awesome. Johnny, you got the part. All
Yes.
right. So Carlos tried as a Power Ranger and tell everybody the outcome.
Clearly, I wasn't on the show. Stupid.
You loser.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, did you get like somebody told you, somebody notified you, or did they tell you on the spot, or
No, they didn't tell me on the spot. But if you don't get a call back, then clearly you know you didn't get. Clearly, I couldn't do anything. They didn't show many martial arts out of my leg brace.
you did very
All I could do
well
was a
there.
straight kick, or that's it. What do
You
you
can
want
do
me to
shit. Did you do anything like at least a punch? Like, yeah.
I think I tried it. Yeah, I did. I know I tried something, but then when it came to kicking, yeah,
Did you break a board or anything?
Yeah, did you throw a
I didn't
brick?
have no boards there.
I would have came in with like 2 halves and be like, I broke this earlier.
In the parking lot. I was showing off in front of all the other losers out there.
I came in swinging nunchucks. I tried a backflip, landed on my head, and then stumbled away.
Yeah, you should have came in with a somersault. Some crazy shit. That's it. There you go. All right, Laura. Fun fact number 1. Yeah.
This is always my classic, my standby on fun fact questions. I was 6 months away from becoming a funeral director.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I did a year and a half studying funeral service.
There you go. It was embalming, right? And all that good stuff,
Embalming,
chopping
yep.
things up and seeing brains and
Yep.
love it. What's one good story you got from all of that?
None of them are good. I mean,
No.
I think they're interesting.
Yeah, okay,
think
interesting. Like, do you have one that was just
I've
very
told them
interesting?
before,
But just
It's-
one. Just give us the one that you found to be
there was
interesting.
somebody that you worked with that like knew
Pummeled the brain and fell to the
like
floor.
he touched a point on the bottom of the foot and made the dude come back alive. That type of shit.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that. I think I've told some stories about the guy that was so big. I could have stabbed you with a 6-inch knife and you would have never touched
You did.
anything.
You did.
Yeah,
tell us
and
that
he
one.
was like going green. But you know what? One of the fun. Okay, so not funny, interesting. I guess I worked with this guy who was in school with me, and we were in our externship together. An externship is basically when you go to work for free, for credit hours as opposed to like as an extracurricular. So my externship, and he already worked at this funeral home. He was not licensed, but so this was part of his licensing. And whenever he would do a particularly unpleasant task in the embalming room, he would whistle. And it just creeped the shit out of me. His name was Doug. And this was in the early 2010. So probably like 2010. And he wore those gold rimmed serial killer glasses, that's got the
glasses?
and they're kind of like coming back now. But it just weirded me the fuck out. Doug was a fucking weirdo.
Doug.
Was that why you didn't pursue it?
There's a lot of reasons.
What's your number one reason though? Too many
I
dead
don't like
dogs.
No.
You like that part? Cool.
It makes me sound like I'm
You too good for the dead?
I was in the classes and I was sitting around with these people and we do a test and they'd be like, "Oh my God, that was so fucking hard. I can't believe it." And I was like, "That is the easiest shit I've ever done." And I'm like, "What are you doing, Laura?"
Oh, I see that. I see. You were too good for it. I got you.
It was like
I
acting
got you.
class again. You were like, wait a second.
No,
I'm way
I
better.
didn't need
I don't need
anyone to tell
validation
me
from
that
the
I was too
dead.
smart from this. I don't mean to be rude, but I was like, I've got more to offer than this.
Okay, well, there we go. All right. Number one fun fact. Laura almost became a murderer of dead people. All right. Johnny, what is your number one fun fact? It better be good. You've been building it up all night.
Motherfucker, I didn't even know we were doing fun facts because I was late coming on here.
Right there.
I'm building this
His
shit
fun
up.
fact is, oh, what? I'm a dummy.
You know what happened the other day that I've never experienced before?
Uh-huh.
I got to get a new shopping cart. It was like fresh off the truck, and I was at Home Depot, and I know it's stupid, right? But like I worked at a grocery store for like 8 years. I never got to test drive a new shopping cart.
Oh my God.
I was the first one.
Interesting. That's interesting because especially the ones at the hardware stores, I feel like are really rough.
I mean, you
Like
know, like they're construction workers, right? Like they put them through some stuff. I got
fact.
Yeah, I only needed to go in for like some stain, some paint
I
stain.
bet you shopped longer because you had the new.
Oh,
cart.
yeah.
I walk around this
Hell
bitch.
yeah.
It's that
Did
new
you
cart
purposely
smell.
go aisle to aisle, kind of
new
it off?
cart smell? Yeah, I got in the kid's seat and I had somebody push me around. I gave him $20. A lot of people in the Home Depot parking lot looking for jobs.
Is that fun? Just say it, Mexicans. It's cool, bro.
They're taking our jobs.
So, fun fact number one for Johnny,
He enjoys shopping.
he got a new shopping cart.
New shopping cart, fresh off the
New
truck.
Home
type of
Depot.
deal.
Was it Home
Fresh off.
Depot?
Mm-hmm.
So the orange, nice and a bright orange one. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever experienced that?
Yes.
I couldn't tell you. To be
Like
honest.
even when like a store opens up, like a Target, for example. I've been to a Target like the day they open. Those carts have been like through the ringer at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah,
by the time I
bringing
got
them
them.
in. Yeah, they're you know.
And the grocery store I worked at was in the hood, so the only thing new we got was the fucking thing where it locks up the wheels like after it goes a certain distance away from the store, just like a fucking a boot for the shopping cart.
And
That's
you
the
guys
only
probably
new
had
thing we got.
the metal shopping carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop the people who
No.
typically steal shopping carts.
Yeah.
They just go down the street with one wheel locked up.
Well, there you go. My number one, again, everyone already knows this. This has to do with number two. I was signed to LL Cool J's music whatever label to do rap, and that's my number one. So good old LL Cool J, Todd Smith.
Did you get a bonus? It's like what happened to the money? Where
There
were
was
all the
no
bitches?
money.
What do you mean no money?
No,
Like,
it was no money. The way it worked is you had to send them music for every song that they wanted on the album. They would option it, and then once they put the album together, that's when you'd get the monies.
was it a collaboration album or something?
No, it was just me. I just me. And then every time I'd send him a song, he'd like write me an email or he'd give me a call. That was dope. I like that song a lot, man.
Who would call you?
Todd. Just like 3 times he called me. And yeah, he loved the song all night so much. He talked about it all the fucking time. And I'm like, well, just put the damn thing out already then. Like, and then nothing. So there you go. There's your 5 facts, your 5 fun facts of the nerds talking. We'll take a break here. Wait, Carlos, did you have something? You no, nothing.
No, I was gonna ask. Do you still have Todd's number in your phone? I called you 3 times.
I have email though, if you want to email him. Oh, here's a quick update. Last week we talked about Muscles of Mayhem, the story of the American Gladiators. I told you guys I tried to reach out to Nitro to get him on the show. He did reach out back to me.
What did he say?
Yeah?
He said, sorry, I couldn't make it on the show. I've been booked up like crazy. I will try to make it in the future, but you should reach out to Ice and Tower. I guarantee they'll do the show if you just hit them up. Keep me posted, and I'll let you know when I'm available.
Nice. Did you reach out to Ice and Tower?
No, I have not reached out to Ice and Tower. This is literally
you're very good at this shit.
He just wrote me this morning. So... Because I was,
I imagine that there's like a resurgence, right? There's like a resurgence of a little bit of fame since the couple of documentaries have come out.
Oh, for sure, especially him. He's like I'm pretty sure he's the most requested one for sure.
Because he was on there the most, though. He was on that documentary the most,
and he also was on the show the most. Before we go, did anybody have any fun facts written down that they didn't use? I had this, but it wasn't that interesting. Before we take a break. I had a couple written down. Basically, I was a water engineer at one point. I have 2 fake teeth. I think Carlos also has 1 or some shit. He also has 2 fake teeth.
Water engineer, what were you doing? Like testing the water?
So you basically go around the plant, you test the water,
Peeing in pools,
all the levels. I was a person that put the fluoride in the water, the public water. And the chlorine and so forth. Yeah.
Did you?
That seems like a big job for you. I'm not okay with this.
I mean,
that's too much responsibility.
Think about it like this.
That's why he has 2 fake teeth.
Yeah, it was more like go up to the machine that does the fluoride, put this code in, make sure this exact number is in, watch it to make sure it doesn't malfunction in any way. But there was more to it. I had to actually put the fluoride in. It's a powder. It's you have to wear a suit, all this crazy shit. And it was in its own room. No one else can be in the room with you. It was kind of it was straight up fucking out of Breaking Bad.
I mean, because I feel like in every story you're the villain, not the hero. So like,
oh no, I'm pretty sure
you're just like over the water with all this powder and like I'm just gonna sprinkle a little
more, just a little more.
Yeah, I did that.
More fluoride. Not look at all these white fucking teeth. That's me.
They would send me to the American River to grab samples, because that was the water source. And then they would send me to these other outlets where I had to clean out these huge vats of where everything in certain districts piles up. Basically, poop, condoms, all this shit that you flush down a toilet and that gets caught in this thing. I had to go and clean it all out.
So it's your own episode of Dirty Jobs.
Yeah. And I did that.
Do you have anyone following you around from site to site like Laura?
This redhead from the group chat I was in.
So I saw you.
So yeah, I was a water
picking up poop
engineer.
today,
Yeah,
looking pretty good. Working
And the other
out.
one,
Why did you have your shirt off?
The other one, the other one I have is not a fun fact. It actually happened as I was a water engineer. I got 3 tumors. So hey, don't watch your flow ride, boys.
Fucking dark, dog.
All right, we'll take a break here and Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
Woohoo! Well, hello there, buckaroos. This your good old pal, Western Wally the Cowboy. I'm here to tell you about the most rootin' tootin' rodeo show podcast and about dirty whores on the back of motorcycles. I don't think we got that now, partner. I don't know where you got that information from. I got that from your mother last night when I was banging her during our podcast. Well, partner, that's no way to talk about my mother. You know she's a fine lady. Ain't that right? She knows how to book my Bronco, that's for sure. She can tie me up. Well, you wait right there, partner. You know I'm pretty good with a pistol if you keep running that mouth. Your mother knows how to run a mouth with my pistol in it, if you know what I mean. You can hear all that and more on me podcast. Well, you wait one cotton picking minute, mister. This is my show, my podcast. What are you even doing here? I'm here to tell you about Nerds Talking the Podcast. Every Friday where your podcasts are found. Fine gentlemen, good lads. You're right about that. That's a fantastic show, Nerds Talking the Podcast. I say you should listen every time, every Friday, any chance you get. Also, I bang your mother any chance I get. Oh boy, that's about it. I've had enough of you. Now back to the show and his mum.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Johnny, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday. New episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast. Hey, next week, or is it 2 weeks from now, we might have the Salty Nerds on. Just kind of throw that at you people. Yes, the Salty Nerds will be joining us. So Johnny left us with one of his top 5 fun facts that he left off his list about a recurring dream. Johnny, fill us in.
Well, I guess I'm just wondering if you guys have any insight. I keep having this recurring dream where, like, I have a pool and then I'm not taking care of it, you know, so the water turns green and then all of a sudden alligators show up. But like 8, 9, 10-foot alligators. I mean, they're fucking huge. And I can't use my pool. And I don't, it's a recurring dream. I have it, I would say, like twice a year. Just alligators in my pool. I don't have a pool, but I keep having this dream. And I don't know. Alligators have always freaked me out because they're basically dinosaurs. It's just stupid. Like anyone who lives in Florida is a fucking idiot, in my opinion, because of all the alligators there. Like Hugh is an idiot for other reasons. I mean, just for, but for like being in Florida and to be somewhere where like on a regular, people's like dogs get taken like while they're walking them type of shit. That's just fucking. Why would you live there? Anyways, not visiting Florida anytime soon, and I don't know why I keep having this alligator dream.
Is it a nightmare? Do you wake up scared? Or you just reoccurring? You're like, oh, here we go again, and you just roll over and just.
Well, yeah, with the alligator dream, it's just that like I can't go in my backyard, and then if I do, like let's say I left my wallet out there for some weird ass reason, I'm fucking freaked out because there's a backyard full of alligators. Cure me.
Okay, it's not a cure. I'm just going to take a stab at
weren't
dream
you a psychology
analysis.
major or
stab?
I was.
That's
for
what I thought.
A short period of time.
Okay.
I had a lot of different majors. I am going to take a stab, and this is completely unfounded on anything, but so I would interpret this as you are neglecting something, some area of your life that is something that's not a top priority for you, but something you know you should be addressing, and you don't. And then every once in a while it pops up to irritate you or remind you like, hey, you've neglected this thing and you need to do something about it, because when you have to face it, you're uncomfortable. When you have to go get your wallet, you're uncomfortable.
No, there's something to that, right? Because in my dreams, it happens because I neglected taking care of the pool.
This is a Google thing. Why do I keep dreaming about alligators? Dreaming about alligators can mean two things. It can represent some sort of insecurity that you're feeling at the moment. Maybe you're dealing with imposter syndrome and it's making you second guess your abilities. Or you are not feeling good enough to ask questions of people. That's basically what it said.
I thought for sure you were gonna throw in your little fun fact, like, oh, I read here that it means that you love sucking dick or something like that. And I don't love it. I'll do it.
So that's what it says.
No, you know what? There might be something to that too. For a while I've felt like among my peers, I don't feel like I'm living up to it. I have friends that are on the SWAT team. I have friends that are doing multiple, like, homicide detectives, things like that. Like my career hasn't taken necessarily the path that I wanted it to for whatever reason. And I think towards the end of my career, I'm kind of regretting that. I'm kind of regretting, like, oh, not doing this or not doing that. So like amongst my peers, I would say I'm JV, right? Amongst my friends who aren't like cops, then I'm varsity. So I guess I need to hang out with people that aren't cops to make me feel better.
I don't know. I mean, freshman on the disc team, maybe.
You're not my friend.
That is so true.
Asshole.
That's why.
So I don't have to worry about your opinion.
From badminton. So yeah, alligators seem to represent.
That dude was a coach's son. Sorry, what were we talking about? Alligators.
Sounds like the alligators are kind of like your self-doubt, your failures, we fixed you, I think.
Yeah, I'm a whole new man.
Don't be a loser.
I'm not doing podcasts anymore. Fuck you guys.
I used to have one all the time. It was basically I was an NFL quarterback, and I'd always take a snap, and every time I tried to throw the ball, it would never come out of my hand, and I'd always get tackled. Like literally, I'd go to throw the ball, and it just glued to my hand, and I'd have it all the time. I'm like, what the hell is this crap? And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I just suck at quarterback, and I just took it for what it is.
Like literally, like that's it. I can't play in the NFL because the ball never leaves my hand. There's no other positions you could try out for.
I could have ran with the ball, I guess.
Could have been you could have run with the ball. You never fumble it. That's for sure.
The coach is like, I like the fact you never lose the ball, but you actually never throw the ball either. Like, well.
So like during Deflategate, you're like, I understand because the quarterback needs its edge because sometimes you throw it and they just don't throw.
It's the tuck rule. The tuck rule. Oh my god! Can you control not throwing a football? No.
Yeah, you can throw it. Yeah, dummy.
No, I couldn't throw it. It wouldn't leave my hand, man.
Worst quarterback ever.
Oh, that's another thing.
Hey guys, this is a play.
I'm
gonna try again.
Coach is like, all right, 3rd down and 25. It's all right. I think we got this. Just throw the ball this time. I think we're good. That's hilarious. I you know what? I always play for the Colts. That was another weird thing. I was always on the Colts.
Well,
the coach never came in and be like, hey, maybe we should try the backup quarterback.
Yes, the coach was a snake.
Go take a knee. Get out of here.
Just drinking his Malibu.
The team we're playing were teethless alligators.
Oh my god, we got other shit to cure here.
All right. Well, let's move on to our reviews of the week. It's Freestyle Friday, where everybody gets to do their own reviews, something they may have watched. Again, you can review something you watched 10 years ago. Review an old movie. Review a TV show you watched recently. Everyone can review their own deal. Everyone gets about 2 minutes to review what they want. We're going to start with Carlos. Carlos, what is your review of the week? Anything you want to review you might find interesting for the audience. On the count of 3, you're up. 1, 2, and 3.
I watched the Wham documentary on Netflix. Little did I know that Wham was actually a white rap duo when they started. Their number 1 song was called Wham Rap, and they rapped. That's what they did. I had no idea. And then from there, they just took off. What was it? Wake Me Up Before You Go, Careless Whispers.
Well, they weren't really a rap duo. So
They
much.
were a
Their
rap-
first
well-
song was a rap song.
Yeah, but so was their second one.
What second one?
Yeah, the one that started
No.
with "Hey Sucker." Hey Sucker.
Oh
I
my
can't
god,
remember
that song
one.
was so bad.
Yeah. So anyway, they did. Yeah, but that's how they got their fame. Their claim to fame was wham rap. That's how it started.
But they can
What's wham
sing. Like, why would
well,
you?
only one can sing.
Oh,
The other one never did any vocals.
Yeah, Andrew was kind of like the Oates of wham.
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, he was the producer basically, and George was the singer songwriter.
Yeah.
There you go.
Although he gave credit to Andrew for Careless Whispers, he gave for co-writing.
what'd you
did.
think?
George had been working on it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the documentary
Oh,
overall?
it's
It was good. It was interesting. The only thing that really I didn't know was the white rap thing, or the rap thing. Everything else you kind of knew. Well, and then Andrew's nickname for George, he kept calling him Yog. Kept calling him
Yog.
Or Yog? Was it
Why?
Yog?
Yog.
That was his name.
It's his
I
last
don't
name.
know.
His last name is
No, it's
something
not.
like
Yog is not in any of his names.
Are
He's
you
Greek.
sure?
He was born. Yeah, he's Greek.
I know his first
That's
name
how you
is
say George in Greek.
because
that's
wasn't
the
his
only thing I can
first
think of.
his first name is Yorgi, right? That's what he
George.
called him. No, I know, but it wasn't spelled like regular George. It was spelled a bit different on the end. I think he called him Yorgi, or didn't he call him Yog or something like that? Anyway, he's Greek though, and
His real name is Georgorius.
you see right there, Gorius. Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
I see it.
Anyway, there was no R. It said Yog.
Yog, but yeah.
How much time do I have left? I also saw Joyride over
No,
the
you only
weekend
get one. You only get
in
one.
the theaters. Good
You only
movie.
get one.
Go see it. Fun stuff.
You only get
That's it.
one.
Didn't
That's all I
get
know.
very good reviews, but
What's your
Did it?
review? What's
No,
your
I'm
review
sure
on?
it did. It got 90.
Yeah, it's got a lot of they have very
On
high
Rotten
reviews.
Tomato.
Yeah, very high reviews. What is your score for Wham?
Wham,
documentary.
I'd say 3.5. Only because it's dated. I didn't realize. I thought it was gonna be something new, but it's them doing the documentary. It's dated.
Well, it is new for Netflix. It is a Netflix.
I know, which is
documentary.
weird, but it was
just don't-
filmed prior to George dying.
I don't think it was ever.
And he
put
died in
out.
2016.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever put out. Okay, all right.
how did he
Johnny?
die? Was it AIDS?
Overdose.
No.
Are you sure it wasn't
Heart
overdose?
complications, fatty liver, all kinds of stuff. To
Oh,
where
that's
he was
right.
sick
Okay,
with.
that's right. Syphilis. You're right.
Because he ballooned up near the end. He was
He
huge.
did. He got a little fatty,
Yeah, and he died on Christmas Day.
but he did do
2016.
drugs. He did do drugs.
Who didn't
Fatty
do drugs?
liver
It was the
disease also
80s,
comes
man.
from
I mean, but he did
alcoholism.
drugs like forever.
Maybe it was
like-
alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, fatty liver disease can come from
All right,
alcohol.
so Wham, a 3.5 out of 5 on Netflix. Watch it. It is a pretty good documentary, especially if you like Wham and 80s music and so forth. Wham, it's a good one. Johnny, what's your review for the week?
Got a lot on my plate as far as what I'm watching. I'm watching the new Jack Ryan. Only a couple episodes in. I'm watching Warrior on
HBO.
HBO. Love that show. And I'm watching a new Korean drama called Bloodhounds.
Oh yeah, that's on Netflix.
Yeah. So yeah, everything I'm watching is pretty good. I mean, I like Korean dramas because you can kind of pick and choose. Like, let's say I want to watch a romantic comedy one, then they have something for you. If you want to watch a horror one or a action one, so they have a lot of different genres. I mean, I suppose regular TV and movies have that too, but no, the Koreans do it pretty good. So I'm a big fan of K dramas.
So you don't mind the reading, all the reading?
No, but that is one thing though. Like, it's not like New Girl where you can just play it and have that in the background and be on your
Right.
phone or
You
whatever.
have to pay attention.
Definitely. So yeah, there's a lot of reading, but I don't know. I can read, so
There you go. Problem solved.
yeah, not really that big of a deal, but with anytime you have like the subtitles on, even if I'm watching like an American show with the subtitles on, you tend to look at the subtitles more than the actual what's going on screen. So
Right.
there's that. So there is a lot of stuff that I miss, but
So you never watched overdub?
that it's tough for me. It's like overdub stuff. I don't know, when they substitute the laugh. It's like watching a kung fu flick. Like, yeah, I grew up watching it. Doesn't mean they were good. So the overdub stuff is, yeah, I don't know.
All right. So your review of the week is I watch a lot of stuff, Korean dramas. All right. Laura, what do you got for the week?
I tried to watch the Night Stalker documentary on Netflix.
Oh, I think we've all seen that. That's about Richard
Thinking.
Ramirez or whatever.
Yeah, Richard Ramirez.
Oh yeah,
and
that's good.
it was a bit too much for me. I watched the first episode and like part of the second, and I was like, no.
Wait a second. Wait, you only got like one episode and 10 minutes
No. But one episode in 10 minutes. But then I said, you know what? I want to see the resolution. I don't want to see another 3 episodes about all the fucking horrific shit that he did. I went to the last episode, which was when the manhunt and like how they found him and how they caught him. Because that's always what I want to hear about anyway. And so I enjoyed that last episode, but the first episode was just too fucking freaky. And it just got me thinking, and I've thought of this multiple times before. So this is like the mid 70s, and he is this like satanic nut job who's, carving upside down crosses and scrawling pentagrams in blood on the wall and that kind of thing.
Yep,
And then in the 80s, the satanic panic happens, and then people now are like, oh, America just lost their minds. They're so stupid. It just came out of nowhere. I'm like, no, it did not fucking come out of nowhere. Like, I'm not saying that there was like a rash of like, satanic cabals ritually murdering people, but the kind of shit that had never happened before started to happen, and it started to freak people shit out. And we collectively as a society kind of lost our minds because of people like Richard Ramirez and the Zodiac Killer and the Ripper Crew in Chicago and all these kinds of people who were doing this horrific stuff that America had never seen before. And we lost it.
John Berkowitz. All right. So you finished watching.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, I watched the last episode.
And what's your review? What's your rating? For people that like that type of, true crime.
Oh, definitely 5 out of 5. I mean, it's good.
Boom.
It's
Boom.
good, no joke. But it was just a bit too much for me. Maybe I wasn't in the right headspace. I can listen to the podcast, but like seeing all the stuff, I was like,
they do show a lot. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You know what it was? It was not just the stuff, because I've seen a lot of horrific shit. It was the tone of the documentary. It intended to be spooky, and it succeeded. Yeah. It was too much for me.
That's the one where like they almost caught him at the dentist's office or something like that.
Mm-mm.
That one I don't know,
because he had like a fucked up grill.
Yes,
he did have fucked
that's
up
the
teeth.
one.
They were gonna
Yep.
they were going to set it up some sort of sting at the dental office because they knew he was going to be coming in, but then like they didn't call the cops or something like that. It was.
Remember, Laura didn't watch every episode, so she may have missed it.
No, but but in the episode that I did watch was the last episode. That's when they discovered who he was. It kind of got leaked to the press sooner than they intended, and his picture ended up on the front page of the newspaper. They had stalked out the bus depot because they thought he was going to be leaving town via the bus depot, but he wasn't. He was coming back to town through the bus depot.
I remember that part.
Yeah, but I mean, if there was some other stuff about a dental office they were staking out, I didn't see it. So
was it where?
Sorry.
What was it? Dianne Feinstein like leaked it to the press. Is that the one?
I don't remember who it was.
It was like the mayor or governor or something at the time. I don't know. I'm getting my
right?
Yeah, I'm getting my California murderers mixed up. So
there was a lot of them in the 70s.
Yeah, but I know this dude had a fucked up grill. Like I just can't imagine what a dentist would go through when you bring in like a dude with basically alligator teeth, open wide.
no, you're
Oh
right.
shit! Like, there's nothing I can do for this, sir. You got to go
No,
to a
you're right
vet.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. I just
He
googled it.
hightailed it out of there.
Huh.
Huh.
There you go. Fun fact. While that was happening, one of my buddies, his dad would stay out all night on the porch sitting outside with a gun. That's how terrified people were in the neighborhood.
I don't blame him.
Because he
And my
lived
favorite
in,
part.
he
oh,
lived in
sorry.
that part of town that Richard was in, and he was doing all the murders.
My favorite part of how they caught him was the neighborhood, basically the neighborhood people who cornered him and hit him over the head with a freaking
Oh, yeah.
lead pipe.
The neighborhood watch, more or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
Yep,
like,
yep.
yeah, go America.
That's right,
Should
America.
have finished the job. But that's some
For
like
real.
Freddy Krueger type of stuff, right? Didn't the neighborhood like get together and
It haunts him in the dreams afterwards.
Yeah, well, he's a fucking child molester and child murderer. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not
well-
not
Not real.
defending him. I mean, like
is Freddy
by
Krueger.
all
Defending
means.
Freddy
No,
Krueger?
no, I mean Freddy Krueger. Yeah, Freddy Krueger was a child molester. And so what if he's gonna haunt your dreams? Worth it.
Johnny
Richard
can just
Ramirez
push him
is
in the
a
pool.
molester, too.
Got alligators and that shit.
That's right. Johnny has
Man.
alligators to protect him. And then Freddy's in the house with him. I also have some doubts in my life. Like, oh, shit. What are you doing here, Freddy?
Freddie, sit down. Let's talk about it. That's bothering you. What's going
I
on?
have unresolved things about being a serial killer.
Yes, you do. Yes. Fantastic. All right, there we go. And they're making another show like they did with Jeffrey Dahmer based on, I don't know who the next person they're doing it. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Richard Ramirez, but I can't remember the next, like,
Oh man, I hope not.
I forgot who it was. I think they already said who season 2 is gonna be. And I forgot. But that's how they're gonna do that show. It's all about the serial killers.
I'm
The
not a
Dahmer
big
one
fan of
was-
those.
The Dharma one was good. It was crazy. It's crazy. My review real quick. Carlos and I went to go see the movie Joyride about 4 Asian girls going on a trip to find someone's biological mother because she was adopted as a child. It's a comedy. It is raunchy. It is what can I compare it to? I guess the closest thing would be what's
Joy
that?
Luck Club.
What is it?
Joy Luck Club.
Yeah, Joy Luck Club
Just
would be
fucking
good.
name dropping any Asian movie.
Yep.
Crazy Rich
Happy
Asians.
or Crazy Rich Asians or whatever. The Last Dragon.
Yeah, Enter the Dragon.
Raya.
You know,
Raya and the Last Dragon.
Right, The Last
Oh,
Dragon.
that one too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that one. Don't forget that one. It's really funny. It's Hangover.
Big Trouble in Little
in-
China.
In this, yeah, Big Trouble in Little China is a good call. Hangover with women, but a lot more raunchier. I mean, it has some scenes you're like, holy it's really funny. I mean, it's hilarious. And it's the characters are all great in it. I think we saw it with maybe 7 of us in the theater. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, we weren't in Stockton. Nobody's afraid to come out after dark.
Nobody.
Oh.
No, Stockton has like 10 Richard Ramirez still at this moment. So yeah, but it's a lot of fun. I would give it a 4 out of 5. It is really funny. It's well acted. It has a good story. But it's not for children. So yeah, there
You know what I don't like? I don't like it when you go into a theater with like one of your buddies and there's 7 people in the theater. You sit down first and then they sit right next to you. Like I feel like sharing the armrest with 7 people in the theater. I don't know.
That is true though.
Just
That is
just
true.
give me
I
a
got
little
no problem with
little
sitting
gap.
next to somebody.
Well,
I couldn't sit next to my cousin. He went with us, and he just kind of.
Well, but he sat all the way to the right of us. So listen, we went with my cousin that's about 350 pounds, maybe closer to 400 pounds. Anyway, he leaned back in the chair. These aren't reclining seats. And, and he looked like somebody just threw a big bean bag in the chair. Just like right. And then halfway through the movie, he was leaning all the way, sitting on the edge of the chair, his back must have been killing him or some shit. And he laughed the whole time. He thought it was funny. Then he comes out going, "It was okay. It was just Hangover. I've already seen that." I'm like, what? It was more like Rich Crazy Asians. What are you talking about? and every other Asian movie that Johnny likes, Korean dramas.
The Legend of Chung-Li.
Oh no, nothing's as bad as that garbage.
Ooh, come on, come on.
That's not, and that's not that's not an Asian movie.
I feel like
Crouching
that.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I
There
feel
you
like
go.
that one like definitely like tests my loyalty, right? Because like
You actually watched it?
yeah,
We watched it because of the girl from Smallville.
Pretty much.
no. I love Kristen Krug or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the longest time, I thought she was top of my list for a while, but then that movie came out, and I was like, well,
Such a bad
maybe
movie.
you don't deserve
Career's
it.
over.
Such a bad movie. And this, I don't know. Like I said, it's a good movie. I think people didn't go see it because of that. It was an all Asian cast for the 4 women lead, and I don't think people were interested. I really don't.
I found it funny, very funny.
But it was very funny. It's actually really good, and it has a twist. Won't give it away though, but it has a twist.
Hey, Laura, I have a question for you. Since you're kind of a stalker, what do you think the
Kind of. She's
Like-
a successful stalker. She's met the man.
I have his hair in a bag underneath my bed. No, when serial killers come out and then the women, will write to them and eventually marry them and all that shit. What do you think that attraction is?
I'm glad you asked, because as I was watching the Night Stalker documentary, he had a ton of like fans, quote unquote.
Oh, he
and
was
they
hideous too.
His teeth were hideous, but I mean, I could see he would have been attractive if he was not obviously fucking insane. Like there's something like very creepy about him, but he's a very angular face, and I'm into angular faces. So like objectively, I can say if he had nice teeth and like had like a normal personality, he would be moderately attractive. So I guess that's why he got a lot of fans. But one of the old women that they had interviewed in the documentary, they asked her, what do you think is going on there? And she gave my favorite quote I think I've seen in the last couple of years, which was, I think these are the dumbest bitches who've ever lived. And I was like, you and me, old lady, we can chill. I have no idea. Broken people. I don't know.
I'm trying to imagine like one of the exes in my past like that have broken up with me. Like what if they, I don't know, started dating or married a serial killer in prison? Like how shitty would you feel being that guy that got broken up with? Like, wait a second, like my 9-to-5 job wasn't good enough. I had to.
I'm not
like,
better than a serial killer.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I would feel bad that I dated that person in the first place. Like clearly you are mentally off your fucking rocker and you dumped me.
right. You probably would keep that to yourself, right? But then you
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
probably
be telling
have like
people that.
alligator dreams like every other fucking week.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, because I was reading about the Richard Ramirez and like he married some girl who she looks like she said for a bunch of years she said that once he got executed she would commit suicide, and then in 2009 DNA came out that he raped and murdered a 9-year-old. So she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna kill myself anymore.
Oh, she changed her mind? Like she didn't believe the entire court system that said, hey, this fucking psycho killed 13 people?
But you don't
Fuck
know him the way
off.
I do.
Fuck off.
Interesting. All right. It is kind of odd though when people like, I'm gonna marry the inmate that's never getting out that murdered 3 people.
Well, Charles
Because-
That's
Manson
kind of
married?
odd. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, he was married.
It's crazy.
Who was
It really
married?
is crazy. Charles
Charles
Manson.
Manson.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, it's just it's those people need attention,
wait.
or I don't know.
No, you're thinking of Ted Bundy? I don't think Charles Manson.
No,
Yeah.
Manson was
Charles
married.
Manson was
Yeah, he
married.
was.
After he died,
Did he have
something
multiple
came out.
wives? Oh, like a person that. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so there you go. And Carlos updated us on the Netflix serial killer drama series, whatever you want to call it. You said the Menendez brothers are next?
Yes,
No, those are-
according to Netflix.
Oh, it was Laura.
I
giving
already
us
saw
updates.
one about them. Maybe it wasn't on Netflix.
You
I
saw
know
a
I
TV
one.
show about them already?
They're
documentary
they're
about the
having a
Menendez
moment.
Oh,
brothers.
documentary for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they're having a moment. I'll watch that one.
Because I think the truth came out their dad was sexually molesting them.
Oh, I think they
believe
were
it.
trying for a retrial or something like that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
an uncle came out and said he's had a letter by one
Yeah.
of them saying help us or something. My dad is something about along the lines of my dad is molesting us, but nobody helped, nobody believed him. So he's got it in writing before the murders happened, like years before.
Are they still both alive?
They're both still brothers, yes.
They're not brothers. Are they alive?
Yes, they're alive.
They're in the
All right.
same prison. Too.
They're both
They're
alive, but they're not
finally
brothers
in-
anymore.
They're finally in the same prison. They've been separated for quite a while. They're
Oh,
finally in
okay.
the same prison.
They were well off, weren't they? That family?
The parents
Very.
were, yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
They thought they killed him for the money.
A little bit of column A, maybe a little bit of column B.
Okay. I thought they did make a show on that though. A TV
I
show.
thought so too. I thought
Back
it was
in
Oh,
way
they
back,
did.
way back in the day.
that was an ABC miniseries.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
No, American Crime Story, I thought, did the Menendez brothers.
Oh, I don't know.
The one that did the series that they did for the OJ.
Oh, God. Yeah, but that was more. Okay, I got you. They only done 2 so far. They did OJ and they did the story of
The death of Armani.
Armani. Yeah, the guy that got murdered going to the mailbox. So that what it is? Is that that wasn't Armani? Was it? No.
No, he went to a sidewalk cafe. He was coming home on the way home. His
But it wasn't
ex-lover killed
Was
him.
it Armani?
It was Versace.
Versace. Armani, Versace. All Italians look the same to me.
Versace. Oh, for some reason I thought he
Yeah.
was checking the mail. Anyway, here we go.
Am I
everybody.
checking the
That's our-
mail?
I'm checking the mail.
With alligators?
With alligators. Alligators the best. I love the alligators. All right. Well, that's our show, everyone. Anything left before we go? Johnny?
Did I tell you guys about the shopping cart?
Yeah, yep, you did. I think that was your number one fun fact.
No, it was a good week, man.
Good week.
It was smooth. It's like test driving a new car.
All right, Carlos, anything left? Oh, wait, you did have something. You had 2 things for us before we leave. I totally forgot. One was about the Baltimore Orioles, and you had something else.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? You didn't tell us before the show. You said you had 2 things. One thing was bothering you.
It's people that duck when they walk past you, like say you're at a show or something, or taking a picture out in public, and they kind of duck, like they're trying to avoid you, like you're just gonna go ahead and take the picture anyway, so you can see this guy hunched over in your photo. Or if you're like at a movie, they duck when they walk by. I'm like, you're just taking more attention and adding it to yourself, because then I'm looking at your dumbass ducking past me instead of just walking by quickly. Because when you duck, you kind of duck slowly. You try to like you're sneaking out. Don't duck. Stand up. So ducking people bothering me. They bother me. And the other
Their
thing
intentions are to be courteous.
but they're dumb. Come on now.
I've totally done that on a fairly regular basis. It's more my way of saying, I'm sorry to interrupt what you're doing, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. And this is my like half-ass.
Attempt
I know
to be
this isn't
nice.
really working, but it's just like my nonverbal cue to you that I'm sorry.
Well, according to Carlos, you are dumb.
Yeah, you're stupid. Scum of the
I don't
earth.
duck.
I'm
walk
just
down
gonna
the
boldly-
floor.
I'm gonna walk right in front of everyone's camera now.
There you go.
Well, I don't. If
I'm
I
doing
see
this
him
for
taking a
you.
picture, then I'll stop, or I'll walk around. I'm not ducking. Because clearly you're not going to duck enough to get out of the picture, right? So
I feel
stop.
like this is a
and walk
bark
around.
box thing.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like-
This
like
is more
Laura's
of a-
hatred of bark box.
Listen.
This
Oh,
is your
bark box.
this is
Yeah,
your bark
that's right,
box.
bark box. This is more of a female thing if you really think about it. When people are trying to take a picture and they're like, "Oh, sorry," and they duck down, it's never a guy that's doing it. It's usually a female that's ducking down and like, "Oh, I'm gonna sneak by you, not even gonna realize it." Like, bitch, you ain't a ninja. Get out of my way.
What if they did like a cockroach and just stood still? No one will see me.
Okay, well, there you go. And anything else before we go, or that's pretty much it? The duck
I think
down.
the other thing I mentioned was before the show, and it was the Baltimore Orioles back in September of 2018 changed their jerseys for one night. They changed all the lettering on their jerseys to Braille. Not raised bumps, just circles, Braille. And I was thinking to myself, who is this for? Why would you do this? You're not bringing blind kids to the baseball game. Are you going to let them come out and feel the jersey before you go up to bat so they can see who's batting? It was just so ridiculous. Why would you even do this?
So
Who's it
Braille
for?
was within like the O or whatever.
No, there was no O. There was no Baltimore.
They're
All right,
just
let me give
However
bumps.
you
you
the
spell
explanation for this,
Baltimore
if you
in
mind.
Braille, it's just a bunch of circles.
Do you mind giving
No bumps because Braille is raised bumps.
I will give you
No bumps.
I will give you the explanation for this. Okay?
And the name on the back.
Uh-huh.
No name. Braille.
All right, I'll give it to you. The
I know
Baltimore
what the
Orioles.
explanation is, but it's stupid. Who's it for?
I'll tell you right now. If you let me explain.
It's for those ducking people when they're taking pictures.
The
Because
Baltimore
you must
Orioles
be blind.
played in their customary white uniforms, but they had Braille on both sides of their jerseys to recognize the National Federation of the Blind moving its headquarters to Baltimore. So it was more of a welcome to Baltimore, blind people. You can't see this shit.
But it was
we're
40 years
saluting
ago
you.
they did that. They did it 40 years ago.
Yo,
They
no,
didn't
it was
do it
like
in
a- it was-
2018. They did
Yeah,
it
it was
40 years
40 years
prior.
ago. Yeah, 40 years ago. Because
So
they
who
did
is this for?
the Blind Federation.
Okay, but are they gonna? Hey, who's up to bat? Fucking waving your hands around, getting on the field.
They
I don't
can
get
hear it.
You know what? It made that game a lot better if the pitcher and the batter were both blindfolded. Oh, I'd fucking pay to
Oh
see
my
that.
God. So many fucking casualties.
Not even that. It's a game. The game would never get out of the first inning. It's just walk after walk after walk.
How do
I
you
don't
know? You
know,
know the
like-
guy's not going to swing.
Because the batter wouldn't
the
know
umpire's already
at
blind.
all.
No,
No,
going
he
with
wouldn't
the
know
umpire's
anything.
blind.
I feel like with the new rules, like, because when you balk, you send the runner to the
And the
base
pitch
or
clock
whatever.
and all
Yeah.
that.
Like if Lafayette was the pitcher, like it'd be 2,000 to 0. I can't fucking throw the ball, coach. Fuck, won't leave my hand.
40 years of this. So, anyway, well, there we go. Laura, anything left? So over here, people mocking blind people. Bullshit.
Who's
Not
mocking
cool.
him?
You know
Don't know
what?
who it's for.
What's weird too is like you'll see the Braille on drive up ATMs.
We brought this up,
Yes.
yeah, like 5 episodes ago.
Who drove there?
Yeah,
What blind person drove their car?
Here's
but
the
I'm
thing.
thinking they're on all ATMs, right?
Do you
And that's
guys want to
just
hear the best part about this argument here?
Mm.
When I brought this up about 5 episodes ago, your guys' answer was, well, they can always walk up to that ATM too. Now all of a sudden, you guys are like, who's gonna drive there? So now
I don't
like,
know.
pick
It was
a
probably
side.
this was
Pick
probably
a
on one of your
side.
other podcasts because I don't remember
Pick a
this.
side.
I don't remember
No,
this
I brought
argument
this
at
up,
all.
and
I
you
don't.
guys were
I
like,
do. I remember it.
oh,
I don't.
people.
That must have been the podcast that you and Laura started by yourselves. 'cause I
No,
don't
no,
remember this
both
conversation.
of you were like, well, the blind people can always walk up to that ATM because what if they don't know that's the right ATM? I'm like,
Okay, that's a little different than drive up ATM having Braille.
that's what I just said. That's what we're talking about. I was talking about the drive up ATM having Braille, and you guys said they
I
can
don't
walk up to
remember
that
that
ATM. Alligators. Stupid.
Whoa.
That's enough.
It's a nightmare that I keep having, and you
That's
keep bringing that shit up.
It's
What
a-
a dick.
What a weird ass fucking dream. Anyway, that's our show, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
That's it. You're not gonna ask me if I have anything. I had something.
Shopping cart. Go ahead.
So, anyways, I got this new shopping cart, right? Oh my god, this bitch was so smooth. Oh, they put it on dubs.
And ain't nobody gonna come on our show now. Jesus.
Thanks for listening to Nerds Talking the Podcast. For Laura.
Goodbye.
For Johnny.
The cart was so smooth. Like,
There
let
we
me
go.
tell you, the cart was so smooth.
And for Carlos.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm Lafayette. We'll see you next time.